Have you ever stopped to wonder whether the very oil you use each day, the one that quietly sizzles in your pan or gleams over your salad, might hold the secret to clearer vision and more comfortable eyes? For most of us, especially those of us past 60, cooking oil feels like a background detail, a routine ingredient we barely notice. We pay attention to salt, sugar, or cholesterol, but rarely to oil unless the doctor tells us our triglycerides are too high. Yet, as decades of research in nutrition and ophthalmology now reveal, the type of oil we choose may quietly determine how gracefully our eyes age. As we move through our 60s and 70s, many of us notice subtle changes. The evening newspaper print looks smaller, our eyes feel gritty after reading, bright light at night seems harsher than it once did. We often assume this is inevitable, just getting older. But science now tells a more hopeful story. Behind those changes are two key processes: oxidative stress and inflammation. Both can be soothed, and even reversed, by the right kinds of fats and antioxidants. That is why a simple, everyday act, pouring the right oil, can become one of the most powerful, affordable forms of preventive medicine for our vision. Before diving deeper, let's set the scientific foundation clearly but simply. The retina, that thin layer of light-sensitive cells lining the back of our eyes, is one of the body's most metabolically active tissues. It constantly consumes oxygen and light energy to transform the world around us into color and motion. But this high activity also generates free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells. Normally, our natural pigments, lutein and zeaxanthin, act like internal sunglasses, protecting the retina from this stress. Unfortunately, their levels decline with age. Add a diet high in processed oils and low in antioxidants, and the eyes lose resilience. The good news is that the right dietary fats can support these pigments, strengthen the retina's structure, and reduce inflammation, not through medication, but through consistent nourishment. Let's begin with the first and most time-tested of all, extra virgin olive oil. Most of us have heard of olive oil as heart-healthy, but fewer realize it is also profoundly eye-healthy. To understand why, we must look at its composition. Monounsaturated fats, mainly oleic acid, which stabilize cell membranes and support circulation. Antioxidants, particularly vitamin E and polyphenols, which neutralize oxidative stress. Oleocanthal, a natural compound with anti-inflammatory power similar to a mild ibuprofen. This combination makes olive oil unique. It doesn't just avoid harm, it actively protects the eye. When the video explains that olive oil helps reduce oxidative stress in the eye's delicate tissues and supports blood flow to the retina, it is summarizing an entire field of nutritional ophthalmology. The retina depends on an extremely fine network of blood vessels. Anything that restricts those vessels, high cholesterol, chronic inflammation, limits oxygen and nutrient delivery. Olive oil's monounsaturated fats improve endothelial function, keeping those vessels flexible and open. Better circulation means a better nourished retina. But beyond circulation, olive oil acts on the microscopic chemistry of aging eyes. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside our tissues. The antioxidants in cold-pressed olive oil, especially its polyphenols, act like a gentle internal polish, preventing that rust from forming. Vitamin E, fat-soluble and abundant in real extra virgin olive oil, is especially important for protecting the lipid membranes of photoreceptor cells, the rods and cones that allow us to see in dim light and color. The compound oleocanthal deserves special mention. It gives high-quality olive oil that peppery tickle at the back of the throat. Scientists have shown that oleocanthal inhibits enzymes involved in the body's inflammatory pathways, the same pathways responsible for chronic low-grade inflammation that damages the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for sharp vision. By gently reducing that inflammation every day, olive oil helps the eye maintain clarity. One of the video's most valuable lines is, "When chronic inflammation decreases, your risk of macular degeneration and cataracts also goes down." That statement is not marketing, it is physiology. Cataracts and macular degeneration are, at their core, diseases of oxidative and inflammatory imbalance. By reducing both, the beauty of olive oil lies not only in its chemistry but in its practicality. Unlike many supplements that require pills or capsules, olive oil integrates seamlessly into meals you already love. A tablespoon drizzled over steamed vegetables instead of butter, a light sauté of greens with garlic, a simple vinaigrette of olive oil and lemon juice. These small rituals deliver consistent doses of protective compounds without effort or deprivation. The recommendation, 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, may sound modest. Yet studies consistently show benefits at that level. In Mediterranean populations where olive oil is the primary fat, Rates of age-related macular degeneration, AMD, are dramatically lower, up to 35% less than in those who rely on refined vegetable oils. This is not coincidence. It's a lifetime of small choices adding up. When we adopt these patterns later in life, it's never too late to benefit. The body remains remarkably responsive. Within weeks, many older adults report less dryness or irritation. And over months, measurable improvements in retinal microcirculation appear. The reason is simple: inflammation subsides, blood flow improves, and nutrients like lutein are delivered more efficiently. The video reminds viewers that olive oil also supports brain and joint function, and this is an important connection. The eyes are not isolated organs, they are extensions of the brain. The same fats that keep neuronal membranes flexible also protect retinal cells. So, when we nourish our eyes, we are simultaneously nurturing our memory, coordination, and mood. Let's pause to reflect on the lifestyle wisdom behind this oil. Many of us grew up in an era when fat was considered a villain. We were told to use margarine instead of butter, to buy low-fat everything. Yet we now understand that not all fats are equal. The trans fats and refined seed oils introduced during that period quietly increased inflammation across the body. Olive oil represents the return to balance, real food, minimally processed, rich in the same compounds that have sustained Mediterranean civilizations for centuries. So, when you drizzle olive oil on your lunch salad or dip a piece of whole grain bread into it at dinner, you are not indulging, you are practicing preventive medicine in its most delicious form. You are giving your eyes the lipid building blocks they need to maintain clarity. The key is authenticity. Not every bottle labeled olive oil provides these benefits. Only cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, stored in a dark glass bottle and used within a few months of opening, retains its polyphenols and vitamin E. Refined or light versions may taste neutral but are stripped of their protective compounds. Choose quality, even if it costs a little more, because the difference between refined and real olive oil is the difference between empty calories and a natural antioxidant elixir. To understand the power of olive oil more deeply, imagine each of your retinal cells as a small balloon filled with delicate fluid. The wall of that balloon is made of fats, phospholipids. When the fats are stable and flexible, the cell can respond quickly to light signals. When the fats are rigid or damaged by oxidation, the cell struggles to function and eventually dies. The oleic acid in olive oil helps keep these cell membranes fluid, while vitamin E prevents oxidative damage to the unsaturated lipids within them. This is why olive oil consumption has been linked not only to reduced risk of eye diseases but also to better cognitive performance and slower brain aging. The same cellular principles apply throughout the nervous system. When you think of olive oil now, think beyond flavor or tradition. Think of it as a gentle daily infusion of resilience for your eyes, brain, and blood vessels. One of the most powerful aspects of the video script is how it humanizes this science. It invites older adults to imagine enjoying their favorite meals with the confidence that each drop of oil helps keep their eyesight clear. That image matters. Nutrition is not only about molecules, it's about meaning. The act of preparing food with care, choosing olive oil intentionally, connects us to a sense of agency, the feeling that we can still shape our health even as we age. It reminds us that protecting our eyes is not merely a medical goal but a way of preserving connection, the ability to see our grandchildren's faces clearly, to read, to garden, to watch sunsets. Each small decision, like reaching for olive oil instead of butter, becomes an act of self-respect and vitality. After exploring olive oil's quiet power against inflammation, we turn to a gentler but equally vital ally, flaxseed oil, sometimes called linseed oil. If olive oil nourishes the deeper structures of the eye, flaxseed oil comforts its surface, where so many age-related complaints begin. Many seniors recognize the feeling, waking up with sandy eyes, blinking against wind, or struggling to keep reading after an hour because the letters blur behind an invisible film. Doctors call it dry eye syndrome, nutritionists see it as a symptom of lipid imbalance. Along the rims of your eyelids sit dozens of microscopic glands, the meibomian glands, whose task is to release a thin, oily layer over every tear you make. That layer keeps moisture from evaporating. But as we age, these glands become sluggish, decades of low-grade inflammation, medications, and hormone changes clog them. Without enough lipid lubrication, tears evaporate quickly, leaving the cornea exposed and inflamed. The traditional solution has been artificial tears. They bring temporary relief but rarely fix the underlying chemistry. The real answer lies in restoring the right fatty acid ratio in the body, specifically the balance between omega-6 and omega-3 fats. That's where flaxseed oil steps in. Flaxseed oil is one of the richest plant sources of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. a short-chain omega-3 fatty acid. Once inside the body, a portion of ULA converts into EPA and DHA, the same long-chain fats found in fish oil. Even when the conversion is partial, ULA still performs vital anti-inflammatory work on its own. Here's how it helps your eyes. Balances tear lipids. The ULA from flaxseed changes the composition of the oil secreted by the meibomian glands, making it smoother and more stable. Tears last longer on the eye's surface, preventing the burning, gritty sensation common in seniors. Soothes inflammation from within. Omega-3s compete with omega-6 fats in the body's enzyme systems. When omega-3 intake rises, fewer inflammatory molecules are produced. Over time, the eyelids and conjunctiva calm down. Protects surface cells against oxidation. Every blink exposes the cornea to oxygen and light. ULA-rich membranes resist oxidative damage better, maintaining clarity. The video mentions a clinical trial published in the Indian Journal of Ophthalmology. In that study, participants who took flaxseed oil capsules for 90 days experienced a measurable improvement in tear stability and symptom relief. This is real data confirming what many have observed anecdotally for decades: nourishing the eyes from inside works better than drops from outside. Unlike olive or avocado oil, flaxseed oil is fragile. Heat destroys its beneficial structure, so it should never be used for frying or sautéing. Think of it as a finishing touch, not a cooking medium. Here are practical, senior-friendly ways to enjoy it. Morning routine: stir 1 teaspoon into oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. The mild nutty flavor blends easily. Salads and vegetables: drizzle it over steamed broccoli or carrots just before serving. Evening snack: mix a teaspoon into warm herbal tea or milk for a soothing bedtime ritual. Because flaxseed oil oxidizes quickly, store it in a dark bottle in the refrigerator, and finish within 6 to 8 weeks. If it smells bitter, it has gone rancid and should be replaced. Fresh flaxseed oil should taste clean and slightly earthy. Eyes are only one beneficiary of flaxseed oil's chemistry. The same omega-3s that ease dryness also support heart rhythm and reduce triglycerides. Improve brain flexibility, helping maintain focus and calm mood. Reduce joint stiffness by moderating inflammatory pathways. For older adults, these are interconnected gifts. Better blood flow and calmer inflammation mean steadier energy and more comfortable movement, all of which feed back into eye health. Another star compound in flaxseed oil is the lignin, a plant antioxidant with hormone balancing and anti-cancer properties. Within the eyes, lignins act as light filters, absorbing harmful wavelengths and preventing UV-induced oxidative damage. Because the retina is one of the body's most oxygen-hungry tissues, every bit of antioxidant support counts. When combined with vitamin C-rich fruits and leafy greens, flaxseed oil becomes part of a natural defense network. Antioxidants from vegetables neutralize free radicals in water-based tissues, while ULA protects the fatty layers. Together they create a full-spectrum shield. It's worth pausing to see the bigger picture. The nerves of the eye are extensions of the brain. When the body lacks omega-3s, the membranes surrounding those nerves become less flexible, slowing signal transmission. That's why diets rich in flaxseed or fish oils not only improve tear quality but often sharpen mental clarity and emotional balance. You may notice better concentration or even lighter mood after a few weeks. The biochemical pathways are shared. 1 tablespoon will not transform your eyes overnight, but 1 tablespoon a day for a month, then 3, then 12. That's how biological change unfolds. The meibomian glands gradually unclog, inflammatory molecules decline, cell membranes renew with healthier fats. It's slow medicine, but deeply effective. The video wisely reminds viewers that 1 healthy meal or 1 tablespoon of oil won't transform your eyesight overnight, but daily use can slow eye aging dramatically. That line captures the essence of nutritional care: steady, cumulative nourishment rather than quick fixes. If you were sitting across from me over morning coffee, I would tell you this. Think of flaxseed oil as eye moisturizer from the inside out. It's inexpensive, gentle, and remarkably compatible with the older body. Many of my own clients in their 70s tell me that after adding flaxseed oil, they can read for longer without irritation, and that bright sunlight no longer feels as sharp. It also brings an emotional comfort, the sense of doing something kind for yourself every day. Seniors often feel that health decisions are about restriction: don't eat this, avoid that. Flaxseed oil is the opposite, it's an addition, a small luxury that gives back. At first glance, avocado oil might seem like just another modern trend, a health food that gained fame on grocery shelves. Yet, nutritionally, it deserves its reputation. It's one of the rare cooking oils that naturally contains lutein, vitamin E and monounsaturated fats in a single, balanced profile. Each of these components is a cornerstone of long-term visual health. Lutein, in particular, is not merely a nutrient, it is part of the retina itself. The yellow pigment you see in the center of an eye's macula is made of lutein and its cousin zeaxanthin. They act like natural filters, absorbing blue light and neutralizing free radicals before they can damage delicate photoreceptors. Unfortunately, as we age, our body's lutein stores decline, just when we need them most. That's where avocado oil enters the story. Unlike refined seed oils that lose nearly all carotenoids during processing, cold-pressed avocado oil retains its lutein content beautifully. This means that by simply cooking or dressing food with it, you're not only avoiding damage, you're actively feeding your macula the pigment it depends on for sharp central vision. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that when subjects ate spinach or kale with avocado oil, their absorption of lutein increased up to 5 times compared to eating the same vegetables alone. That's because carotenoids are fat-soluble, they need healthy oils to hitch a ride into the bloodstream. Avocado oil acts as the vehicle. For older adults, this discovery is powerful. It means you can turn an ordinary bowl of sautéed greens into a therapeutic meal simply by adding a spoonful of avocado oil. The same plate that nourishes your heart and joints now becomes an eye-protective elixir. Beyond lutein, avocado oil contains vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that defends against oxidative stress in the lens and retina. Free radicals, produced by sunlight, pollution, or even normal metabolism, can cloud the lens, leading to cataracts, and weaken retinal cells. Vitamin E neutralizes these radicals, keeping tissues supple and hydrated. In seniors who struggle with dry eyes or early cataract formation, consistent intake of vitamin E-rich fats can delay progression and relieve irritation. And let us not forget monounsaturated fats, primarily oleic acid, the same heart-protective compound found in olive oil. Oleic acid helps regulate cholesterol and blood flow, ensuring that microcirculation in the tiny retinal vessels remains strong. Better blood flow. From a culinary standpoint, avocado oil is one of the most versatile healthy oils. Its high smoke point, often around 480 degrees Fahrenheit, 250 degrees Celsius, allows it to handle gentle frying, roasting, or baking without breaking down into harmful compounds. This makes it ideal for seniors who still enjoy warm, cooked meals rather than raw salads alone. Try these simple habits. For dinner, roast carrots, sweet potatoes, or salmon with a light coating of avocado oil. The beta-carotene in orange vegetables pairs perfectly with the oil's fat-soluble properties, maximizing vitamin A absorption for night vision support. For lunch, drizzle over steamed vegetables or use as a smooth substitute for butter on whole grain toast. For breakfast, blend half a teaspoon into a smoothie with spinach and banana. You'll never taste it, but your eyes will. Its subtle, creamy flavor makes it easy to adopt, and because it's stable at higher temperatures, it's the perfect transition oil for those moving away from refined seed oils like corn or soybean oil, which often worsen inflammation. One of the more underappreciated roles of avocado oil is how it supports vascular health, particularly the microcirculation inside the eye. With age, small blood vessels stiffen, narrowing their ability to deliver oxygen. This leads to sluggish nutrient flow and can hasten degeneration. Avocado oil's combination of oleic acid and antioxidants helps maintain endothelial flexibility, the elasticity of blood vessel walls. The result? Improved circulation not only in the heart and limbs but also in the retina. Seniors who incorporate it regularly may notice that their eyes feel less fatigued, especially during long reading or screen sessions. It's not exaggeration to say that each SPO. The beauty of avocado oil lies not in one component, but in how its nutrients work together. Lutein and vitamin E form the first line of defense, absorbing light and neutralizing radicals. Monounsaturated fats form the structural foundation, keeping membranes stable. Polyphenols, in unrefined oils, offer an extra anti-inflammatory buffer. Together, they echo the principle of the Mediterranean diet, where healthy fats, colorful vegetables, and moderate cooking form a lifestyle rather than a prescription. In this synergy, avocado oil stands as a modern but deeply natural ally, an oil that both enhances nutrient uptake and contributes its own protective compounds. Nutrition, especially for seniors, is rarely just about nutrients. It's about restoring joy and control. When you replace old vegetable oils with avocado oil, you're not only supporting your retina, you're making a symbolic shift from processed to whole, from reactive to proactive. Many older adults I counsel share that this small act, pouring a vivid green oil into their skillet, reminds them that health can still be beautiful. It's not about deprivation or fear, but about abundance and color. And because avocado oil benefits so many systems, skin elasticity, joint mobility, cardiovascular stability, it gives a sense of overall renewal. The same oil that softens wrinkles also softens inflammation in your eyes. Now that we've walked through the trio, olive, flaxseed, and avocado, a pattern emerges that goes beyond chemistry. Each oil, in its own way, tells a story about balance. Olive oil brings calm to inflammation. Flaxseed oil restores moisture and comfort. Avocado oil enhances nourishment and absorption. Together, they form a simple, elegant system of daily protection, a toolkit for anyone who wants to see clearly, age gracefully, and stay connected to life's colors. What's remarkable is that none of this requires drastic change or expensive supplements. You don't need to memorize complex meal plans or buy exotic superfoods. Your kitchen already holds the key. 1 tablespoon of the right oil at breakfast, another at lunch or dinner, that's all it takes to deliver anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and circulation-boosting compounds straight to your eyes. For seniors, these small choices represent something larger. They reaffirm that health is not lost with age, it's built day by day, through mindful acts. Every drizzle of olive oil, every chilled teaspoon of flaxseed oil, every golden spoonful of avocado oil is a declaration: I still care about seeing clearly. I still care about living fully. The video reminds us near the end that eyesight isn't only about reading or driving. It's about connection, seeing the faces we love, watching grandchildren play, admiring sunsets, recognizing ourselves in the mirror of time. Good vision preserves independence and confidence, it anchors memory and meaning. So, let your kitchen become your wellness center. Keep 3 bottles, olive, flaxseed, and avocado, where you can reach them easily. Use them not out of duty but out of appreciation for what they represent: care, consistency, and continuity. And remember, the eyes are resilient, even after years of neglect or poor diet. They respond beautifully to nourishment. Start today. Your next meal can already be your first step toward clearer, brighter, more comfortable sight. To every senior reading this, consider these oils not as luxury ingredients but as simple, golden allies for the vision that still connects you to the world's beauty. After all, seeing well is not only a function of biology. It's a celebration of living, a daily act of clarity, gratitude, and grace. In the end, protecting our eyesight after 60 is not about fear of decline but about cultivating resilience. Every drop of these oils carries within it a fragment of sunlight transformed into nourishment, the essence of plants converted into vision. Eat with intention, cook with kindness. And remember that caring for your eyes can be as joyful as sharing a meal. Because the best kind of nutrition doesn't just extend life, it illuminates it. If today's message inspired you to rethink the oils in your kitchen, don't let it end here. At your next meal, choose one of these 3 oils, olive, flaxseed, or avocado, and make that simple swap. Notice how it feels not only to your eyes, but to your energy, your comfort, and your confidence. And if you want more clear, science-backed advice made simple for seniors, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, Golden Life Nutrition, and share it with a friend or family member who also cares about their vision. Each small action helps us reach more older adults who deserve to see the world clearly and live vibrantly. We post new videos every week, practical tips, senior-friendly recipes, and gentle lifestyle science you can trust. So stay with us, stay curious, and most importantly, stay bright, because your eyes still have many beautiful things left to see. Eye sparkles.